feel better, yeah. Feel better Friday.
If you ever leave home today, travel my way, that's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. When it winds through Chicago from LA, more than 2,000-3,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Every single week, traveling Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty great. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingston, San Bernardino. Won't you get into this time you take to this new California trip now? Get your kicks on Route 66. Somebody, come on, let's go. That's Daryl L.A.Hunt. Now every single week, traveling Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, it's Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingston, San Bernardino. Won't you get into this time and take that California trip? Shout out to LA, y'all, the West Coast. Get your kicks on Route 66. Do it again, get your kicks on Route 66. Way on the other side of the range, your kicks on Route 66. I like it. This singing goes good. Today's guest is so special, I can't even. I'm gonna try not to get emotional through this, right? Our guest today, he's very special to me. And we're literally now family. We're actually family. Born in Mississippi, raised in Chicago. He's a 10-year U.S. Marine Corps, 3-tour Vietnam veteran. Sportsman of tennis, raising horses, to 20 years of being a photographer for Eastman Kodak, to 35 plus years of being a tax resolution specialist. I don't think you heard me. And now, our families have come together. I am pleased to welcome my new dad. Woo! Welcome my new dad to the loft. We call him Mr. Eddie. His name is Edward Smith. Y'all welcome Mr. Eddie to the loft. Look at him, y'all. Look at Now, look, first of all, look, you get points for outfit of the day. Let me just say, he's rocking his silver wig. Go on and do it. Turn around. Let the ooh, come on. That's this. I mean, okay. Ain't that right? You look fantastic. Welcome to the loft.
Happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. And today, it's just going to get more and more special as the day goes on. I know you're thinking now, did she say her new dad? I did say that. If you know anything about me, you've probably never heard me call anybody dad. Unfortunately, I grew up, well, I'll say fortunately, Get it straight. Because my mother was mom and dad, you know, but now, and that's right, give it up. Because, you know, I was a latchkey kid and had a mother that does not play, okay? And I ain't turned out so bad, right? I'm okay, right? I mean, it's only Friday. Okay, I'm just checking.
I mean, we married you and stuff, so you're
okay. Yeah, and, you know, but I gained a brother, I gained another brother, I gained a brother-in-law that I was already a musical brother, I gained a sister, I gained nieces and nephews and sister-in-laws, and I gained a dad because this handsome devil right here married my mother. So not only is he in here about to sing, he's a newlywed. Are you ready to do this, Mr. E?
Absolutely.
You ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. You know what to do.
Party tune, let me play among the stars. Let me feel what it's like on Jupiter. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are my I worship and love. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm
Y'all ain't ready. I know you jealous. Hey!
fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and love. In other words, please be true. I love you.
Wow. So on top of everything else, he can sing. Okay? I'm talking about everything else, he can sing.
Everything.
Everything. I know. He was tickling the ivories, so he gonna put all us out of work. Literally. How are you?
I am blessed and I'm here and I'm honored to be here.
Oh, thank you. You are opening our season premiere. You are setting it off.
Yeah.
Among all you real professionals.
Well, you know, it's wonderful to have you because I want the audience to know that you are celebrating today. You are celebrating 81 years. Today is Mr. Eddie's birthday. And hold on, is that a little better? And 81. Now, listen, half of y'all don't look that good at 61. I'm just saying, don't send me no hate mail or nothing. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know, God has truly been good to you. You are clearly blessed because to survive being a Marine and being in Vietnam and, you know, and I could stop there.
Right.
I could just stop there. I mean, you know, 3 tours?
Yes.
Not a sucker.
Not a sucker. That ain't for punks right there.
And not a scratch.
Wow.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Wow, that is absolutely awesome. I don't even know. I mean,
Wow.
you are 81 today. You're still working. You are not retired.
Nope.
He's like, for what?
You're still singing. You're a newlywed. I know. Now, if y'all ain't watching the page, I don't get all kinds of messages today going, whatever he's doing, please send me the recipe. Is it in a bottle?
Right.
I don't know. What can you say to that? What can you say to, you know, really, literally, today is your birthday.
Yes.
Today is your birthday.
It's a wonderful blessing from God and from a very positive history of my family. My role model was my dad, who was always calm, never raised his voice, and never.
Wow.
Never. He was just the calmest, most fair and equitable person I've known, and I've lived my life, hopefully, a little bit based on his influence.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That speaks a lot, because, people are also under the assumption that, even though I can't say I was raised by my father, but my grandfathers and my uncles are amazing. You know what I mean? So you obviously were raised by an amazing man. Daryl was raised by an amazing man. Stan, all the fellas. So this is what it looks like, y'all. This is what it looks like when you got real men in your life. It's a lot going on in the world right now, and I know that you've seen a lot worse.
Oh,
was it worse than this? Was it worse than this?
Not really.
That's right. Say, if you're being honest.
Because this is a stay-at-home. This is an isolation. This is a division of our country, unheard of before.
Yeah.
Never, never, never have we experienced anything like what's going on today.
That's true.
And, we just have to survive it. And what she said, vote.
That's right. That's right. That's
Vote.
right. More now than ever.
Vote.
That's right. You gotta vote.
Get your honey out there.
Come on, tell them.
Vote.
Somebody hashtag honey.
How do you even spell honey?
I know you gotta do it. How do you not vote? And because we have not one but two veterans, Chris also served in the Navy. Because they served, and with their lives on the line, there's no more reason for you to vote. Exactly. So now, how did you cope with racism, profiling, and all of that in the military back in those days? And even when you got out and started to be a civilian, I guess Marines are not ever really civilians, but when you went to, start with the military. Like, we all know it's there. We all know we deal with it every day. But back in
when it hits you in the face, what you realize is that you're really not a bad person, and you have to overcome that nonsense that they dump on you all the time. And you just have to live and stay positive and not let it wreck your life. You cannot let it wreck your life. You've gotta change, you've gotta adapt, and you've gotta remain positive. And you learn. Now here's the big one. You learn what to cope with, what to say back to them when they lay it on you like that.
Okay.
As an example, when they tell you that you're overqualified, what you say to them is, that's to your advantage.
That's good.
You want someone who is overqualified.
Right.
Okay? Now, I had to learn that. And now I advise that all the time to younger people as they're coming up, and I say, you can retaliate. You can provide an answer back that makes you more opportunistic to them. But you have to convince them.
Right.
Okay, so
That's a good thing to be overqualified and not a bad thing.
be willing to change. Be willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, there are things that I need to improve on, and get with it.
Right.
And that's a word up in here today. I ain't gonna charge you for that one.
Get with it.
We said get with. Listen, tell them, look yourself in the mirror and get yourself together. So now you were and are. I've seen your photography work, so I know you're no joke. And the type of photography where you have to follow people, and it's different than when you're on set and just taking pictures. When you were following dignitaries and all kind of people like that, you kind of have to be there to get the shot, but be invisible at the same time. You have photographed presidents and senators, and you have been all over the world. Speak a little bit about what that was like, and name some people that you photographed.
Well, presidents, okay, Clinton, Ford, Bush, Carter, and we do what is known as the flag photos, meaning the absolute authority photograph with the American flag in back of them. And those are called flag shots, okay? And those are posted everywhere. When you walk into a building, you see their picture with the flag behind them. Chief Justices, Clarence Thomas was one of my clients, the Attorney General, senators, conventions, fundraisers, birthdays, and the opportunity for being a professional photographer for Kodak. Anything that was going on in the DMV, which is what we call it now, they would call a professional photographer, and I got sent.
Wow. That is so awesome.
I walk in and they go, "Who are you?" And I say, "I am," because I got all of the IDs, you know,
Credentials of the Wazoo, right.
to verify that you are supposed to be where you are supposed to be.
Wow.
Press club, a lot of venues like that, of course the White House and the Capitol and all of that. Secret clearance, by the way, at the time, so that I could walk in and take those photographs and,
Right.
And meet those kind of people and shake hands with them.
Wow.
They were amazed that I was black.
I bet. Because what year are we talking here in the beginning? I know it was 19 years.
This would be the 80s. This would be the late 70s and the 80s, pretty much, of being here. And,
Wow.
And then traveling the world for the military and for Kodak. London, Istanbul, Beirut, Abu Dhabi, Gaza, Egypt,
Wow.
Kenya. So I was on planes for hours and hours and hours, and but Beirut was my last stop.
Wow. Say it again. Good.
Well, the hostility broke out. I was stuck there for 13 weeks. 13 weeks, nothing coming in, nothing going out. I thought that that was going to be it for me. In fact, I wrote my last will and testament in the hotel one night.
Wow.
But I didn't know I was going to get out of there. And a lot of Americans didn't get out of there.
Wow.
Because of the hostility. But finally, they had a détente peace maneuver, and they allowed foreigners to catch a plane and get out of there. And when I got back, I said, "That's the end of my travel right there."
I know that's right.
I'm
not going home. Right.
That was enough.
Wow.
That was enough.
I just find it fascinating, and for everybody who, again, if you don't realize from whence we have come and how important it is right now, you know, it's so important right now to let your voice be heard, because you know you can't make this kind of stuff up. This is real. This is why we're able to do what we're able to do. And you know, this was before Wi-Fi. This was before things like that, where we could talk and communicate. Can you imagine? You said nothing coming in and nothing going out. You know, most of us can't imagine such. So if we've never said it, thank you for your service. Little birdie told me that you used to warm up Arthur Ashe.
Yes.
What?
In Los Angeles, California. Again, I was fortunate enough.
I know.
Well, again, I was too small for football and not tall enough for basketball, although I was good at both of them athletically. But tennis became my main sport, and I was ranked. And but when he was coming along, and I was playing at this one particular court, and he was there with his entourage of people.
Right.
And I noticed that he was working on his backhand, so I walked over to him and I said, I can help you with that.
Wow.
And he said, "Oh, okay." And so I showed him a few steps and some things, and he did in fact improve. And then he took me to lunch, and he, of course, he went on to be just an absolute superstar in tennis.
Right.
And I wound up, because I wasn't, let's say, superstar material, I wound up teaching.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Ain't nothing wrong with teaching now.
Not at all.
So I did that for a whole bunch of years. And,
Wow.
But I played exclusively. But again, I ran into the usual prejudice.
Right.
I wanted
Especially
to-
in tennis, I would imagine.
I tried to join the Marine Corps tennis, and it was all officers, okay? And I went out there and tried to join, and they said, "Well, no, we don't need anyone." I challenged them, and I said, "If I beat every one of you, can I be on the team?" I did. That whole day, I played every single one of them, wiped them out. And I still could not be a member of the Marine Corps tennis team.
See, these are real life stories, y'all. This is why we march. This is why we speak up. This is why things are happening. Because Black history, come on, Chris, say it again. Black history is every single thing. You are so right about that. I have one more thing I want to ask you. So, playing tennis, being a photographer, a Marine, and all the things that you did while being a Marine, you also raised horses.
Well,
I mean, I just, I'm still learning things. I've had a new dad for like almost 4 years, and I'm still learning things. I know. How did that, just speak on that real quick, because I know.
What
The
happened
phrase
was,
Renaissance man.
That's the phrase. That's right. That's right.
Google that.
That's right.
Eastman Kodak sold our division, and thousands of us were out of work. And the wife and I were playing around with hackline, going on weekends, and just renting a horse and riding. But again, we met an angel. And he said, because of the way horses behaved around us, calm, not all uproar and whatever, he said, you need to be in this business, mainly because you're black and we need minority owners. He gave me one of his fillies,
Wow.
$12,000 horse.
Wow.
I couldn't pay him a nickel. So we started. 1, he bred it. 2, bred again. 4, now we need more trailers, more bigger barns and all of that. Well, it grew into a farm in Culpeper, Virginia, 75 acres. And we wound up with anywhere from 20 to 40 different horses. And we had 4 of the top bloodlines in the Arabian market. And we were the first black registered world registry of purebred Arabian horses in the registry.
Black history. What's up?
Y'all can't even Google this right here. Okay? Google don't even know about this right here. You are just fascinating to talk to. You're fascinating to talk to. And I know I said that was the last question, but I have one last thing to say. And this makes it even more, a little bit personal, because you have 3 children, like I said, that have now become my family. My girl Susan and her brothers, Vincent and Michael. And Vincent is amazing. He's a part of my team. He has, he's one of my producers on the show, and pretty much everything else that we do that involves camera work. And he's just amazing. And but you were married to their mother for many, many years, for 50+ years, correct?
55 years.
And just speak about that and where you are now. And I want you to speak about it because I talked about you and the life that you have now with my mother, which is amazing, because who'd have thunk it, okay? But everybody says that you give them hope. Everybody says, especially, older people, senior people, anybody who's over 50 that thinks they're not going to find love or anything like that, or anybody that's had love. You had love for many years, and you raised children through that love. And so just speak about how, you were able to, have a blessing even from that to move on, because that's powerful. Somebody needs to hear that right now.
Well, I had family support. Now, that's really important, because when you lose a loved one, and you think about what you're going to do after that, most of the time, and this is something you all know, you don't really get family support. They don't want you to get engaged or come about with another partner. My family, however, was completely different. Okay? My daughter, my son, Dad, you fulfill your vows. You are now single. What you gonna do? And my daughter and my son said, we have someone that we think you would want to meet. And that person became Paula Potts. And from the first day that I saw her, it was over. It was a done deal. And no one else ever was thought of other than that. So we kind of saw each other time after time after time, until finally I just said, okay, I'm not going anywhere. You're it.
I have to interject right here.
Chris's eyes are slipping.
Wow, I got to interject right here. You don't even know this part of the story. So, in the interim, before Paula, my lovely wife Susan,
Mr. Eddie's daughter,
comes to me one day, and she says, my dad wants to talk to me about condoms. Yes, I understand that. Yeah. the reaction that Sylver just had, that was my reaction on the inside. But I had to be cool. I was like, so what did you say? She threw up both her hands and she said, you gotta talk to the boys about that. But she had to bring that to me because we shared everything and we laughed so hard for so long about that one right there. You gotta talk to the boys about that. Yeah. And on that note, back to you.
Let me tell you something. All I'm gonna say is,
There may be snow on the roof, but there's still a fire in the fireplace. That's the moral of that story. That's the moral of that story right there. There might be snow on the roof, but there's still a fire in the fireplace.
okay. I want another banana. Come on, it's still another Friday. This season 4. It is so good. He warned me. He told me he was gonna cut it. I don't know how bad he was gonna cut it. But if that
I don't know. I should have played shout music
I
there.
know. If that's not a message, that there is life to be lived. Y'all,
Coming to
life.
see the king.
Y'all, what can I say? It's Feel Better Friday. This is how you kick off season 4, y'all. Feel Better Friday. Man, listen. I needed 2 hours to just talk to you because you cannot pay for this kind of wisdom. You cannot pay for this kind of energy, and you can't Google this kind of information to really understand how blessed we are right here and right now today. This has been awesome having you here. And wait, I'm going to take a little extra time because we have another song to do. You ready to do your song?
Yes.
We're going to do your song. And if that's not enough, today is his birthday, y'all. Oh my God, I can't take it nowhere.
For every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe in a word who goes astray. Someone who comes to show the way. I believe
together for Mr. Eddie. We got a happy birthday moment. I'm going to invite my sister and your wife, your daughter, to come. We've got a cake. Shout out to Teapot, y'all. This is my girl who made Daryl's cake. Last Friday was Daryl's 50th birthday, and Teapot, his sister friend, made his cake, and we had to get her to make you a cake. I'll give you one guess as to what kind of cake this is. You know all the cakes. It's good. It's good. That is a special vanilla bean cake. And you got special vanilla bean ice cream made by Teapot. Just for you.
My favorite.
And is it heavy? Uh-oh, that means it's got to be good. So everybody, here we go. Happy birthday.